Okay, try to do this without much ado. Don't wait to talk too long. But okay, this is a 2016 SS Camaro leather seat, and that is a 2016 Camaro SS cloth seat. Uh, my wife bought a 2016 Camaro SS, beautiful car. I'm not much into Camaros, but I have to admit that is a beautiful car. I'm more into Chevelles, which I'm restoring. But she wanted leather seats in her car, so I went on Marketplace and found a mint condition 2016 leather seat with the SS emblem on the seat. So both these seats are from 2016. The passenger seat, plug it in, everything worked. The driver's seat, nope, not going to happen. It's got an ECM. And maybe someone out there knows how to bypass these, but I could find no videos and no even Googling it, trying to find any information how to bypass ECM so the motors will work, because this seat also had, I think, probably had memory in it too. So, but yeah, it's intermediary and it won't let you work unless it can talk to these motors. So I need to bypass it. And so at first I thought about just taking it up to the upholstery guy and have him swap out the cloth seat onto the leather seat and vice versa. Just switch them over. Well, that's quite a bit of a job, I think. I got looking at that, remembered that, hey, you got to cut the hog rings to do all that stuff. And then what makes it worse is on the cloth seat, I don't know about the leather, but the cloth one, you have to cut the headrest because it's sewn on. You can't just pop it out, and you have to remove the whole headrest to get the seat all apart. So that's not going to happen because that seat's in mint condition. And I'm going to have to get it fixed. I mean, get the new wiring. I'm going to try the old wiring harness first, but I'm going to have to get a wiring harness for it because that seat is going to go back together and sell it, make some money back on that for what these seats cost, because we bought the entire leather interior, front and back. Okay, what I did basically, how I got the harness changed, is I swapped the harness from that one, which is cloth, into the leather one. Now, the bad thing about that is the fans aren't going to work. And the heated seat is not going to work, but I'm not worried about the fans. I could always wire those in later on. But no heated element. She won't have heated seats, which she wants heated seats. But again, I can have the guy that does upholstery, same guy. I've had him do other seats for me. Can put a heated seat in this and put the switch over here on the side with the controls. Put a little flip switch right there, and you got heated seats. So easiest way to do that, let him do it, heated seat it. Everything else, just swap over your wiring harnesses, unless you know to bypass that ECM. But the problem I was having was this wire right here that runs back behind the seat. I didn't want to tear the seat apart. I'm like, how do you get in there? Well, I just happened to notice this. It was tucked up underneath here, and it said, that's like a zipper. So I stuck my finger in there and just zzz, both sides. If you look, there's a little eye on there, so when I get ready to close the seat back up, I put a little clothes hanger, put a little hook on it. I can pull that back up again, and voila! I was able to get back behind here and get to all the wiring and stuff. And now this seat had wires there. We had the seat for the fan here, the heated element. There's a motor over here. The airbags on this side. I imagine this probably went somewhere, split off into the fan. I mean, so yeah, there's lots of wires on this, and it's even the ECM here has 6 sets of plugs that go on it, 3 on each side. So this was covered in wires. The hard part to do was basically I had to get to the airbag. So this orange knob clip just pops up, and try to just take that completely off of there. Be careful, don't break it, because you need to use that to lock it back into place. This is the top of your airbag. Remove that orange, carefully pull it up, and then try to get a pair of pliers and wiggle it loose and get it out of the way, because you need to feed that through that hole right. You can see with the, let me see if I can get it where you can get the focus. There's a hole right there where I tip my finger. Why isn't that? Oh, there we go. Now you can see the wire. Goes through that hole. You have to get that through there, and you have to get it back in again. And it runs underneath here, and you also have to take this clip right here. It's this rubber hard plastic that stretches that. You need to get a screwdriver in the corner here and get it off there. This one's really tight because there's a cable that runs, across that motor and through here. There's a couple of cables that run underneath this. You have to get this out of the way. And I said there's a brown plug-in back here for that motor, and then the airbag. And once I was able to get that unplugged, I was able to just remove the wiring harness to start peeling it back. And here's the old wiring harness right here. it has it has a lot more plugins on it. You can see all those are for the ECM, all these plugins right here. So compared to that, it has just the motors. So the switches on the side, these are identical, does not matter. So everything plugs in the same way on that. But that ECM has to talk to these motors. I think it also may have had memory, so you could set your memory where you want the seat to be when you got into it. So I just basically bypass ECM completely by just getting rid of that whole system. So the heated seat will not work, the fans won't work, but I could always wire them into a switch if I want to. That way she can turn the fans on if she wants to, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Everything should work on this seat now. So, and I don't have to tear anything up. I may have to go to the junkyard and get another wiring harness to match that to go on this seat, because I don't think I can use that wiring harness on that now. I don't know. I mean, I doubt it'll work. I might plug it in to see if it just happens to power up. I don't think it will. So, but that's how you do it. Just unzip it. You get back here and just remove your wiring harness. They are not plug and play. The ECM is an issue. If someone knows how to bypass that thing, please let me know. Easy way to bypass is just wire in the original, the motors, because everybody kept saying just bypass the ECM. Just all you need is power the motors. Well, I'd like to keep it looking good, so that was the best way to do that. I think that's it. I hope that helps. Just take pictures where things go. Like this goes to the seat belt, alarm. You got a motor plug-ins right here, and you got a plug-in here. You got a plug-in there, and you got the plug-in for the switches right back down here. You got a motor on this side, and you got the airbag on that side. And so very, very simple. I did check on the plug-in, this cable right when I took this cover off on both these, the power and the ground are in the exact same spot on this, so that even though there is power going to it, but without it being able to talk to the ECM blocks a signal, so even though it is getting power, it's not getting past that computer. So electronic control module is a pain. So I wish there was like a little flip switch you could use to bypass it, but that's basically GM for you. Okay, I hope that helps somebody. Hope I didn't talk too fast, and hope I didn't talk too long. Okay, good luck on your interior swap, seat swap. Okay, peace.